Well, it's Easter Sunday and I'm out of bed, which is sort of a good thing. And look, I'm not going to kid anyone. We've got a few things to do to finish off on this one. And a lot of us learning curve on my behalf. It's certainly not a sling at David who sold me the car, not at all. We've got basically a new motor, which we've got to do an engine oil change. Let me just turn that off. We've just had it running actually, and just setting up the sniper. And just a couple of things about this. Maybe if I turn that noise off. Let me just come around here. This is the inside of this beauty. Now, just a few things that people, and we didn't know either, about. I knew nothing about snipers. I knew they had a nice little computer screen. Looks like this. And there are, let me just fire it up for a second. So basically, first thing to learn is turn it on, let it start before you try and start the car. Because what it's doing is it's engaging the fuel pump. It does a short prime for the fuel injection. Here we go. This is my setup at the moment too. Now I'm happy to give that a little bit of a burst. You shouldn't have to do that, but that's my fault. I've made myself a little tuning tool here. So at the moment, what happens, I'm not going to go too much into this at the moment because I'm learning myself, but this is a self-learning system. I've just got to sort out this no learn at the moment. I think it's learning on the fuel, but there's something else not right there. We've got I've set a higher RPM idle just for the moment, just while we're sort of having a bit of a look at things. Let's have a look here. Some of these things here, the air ratios, etc., we've got to really check to have a look at just what we've got right and wrong, etc., etc. This will not learn until above, I think it's 180 degrees Fahrenheit, so it doesn't actually go into learning mode until then anyway. So, but yeah, look, lovely. As you come out of it, back to home, all your tuning different areas. There's your learn loop there. See, that's where it says the base fuel learn is enabled. So hopefully it is picking up something from that. But I need to read the manual. One of my biggest faults in life, reading the manuals. I tend to be a bit slow on doing that. We've set up the wizard again to make sure we're 100% right there. That's looking good. But basically, you can go in, have a look at the system, make sure that you're set up. Cam type we've got as stock at the moment. It's a slightly above stock cam, but I don't think that's going to make a huge difference. And all good there. Whoops, wrong, back. Oops. Since that's correct. But there's a lot of little different features. Whoops, just did that before. That you can go into. Advanced learn, etc. So a little bit of reading to be done. Yeah, okay, yep, all right. Anyway, more on that after. Hang on, let me just put it back in here. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to stay idling. I'm holding it idling at the moment, to be honest. Oh, yeah, we're getting a bit of smoke in here too. That's the other thing too. We've got a bit of smoke happening, and let me just turn this off. And that smoke that's happening is new motor. It's got a fairly light oil that's been run through it for the first little bit. We'll change the oil probably tomorrow. I'm going to go down to Super Cheap today sometime, and we'll just chuck another filter, put a heavier oil into this. It's got the couple of nice things, and people just don't understand, and I probably had to get a bit educated myself. I don't want to make out that I knew everything here, not at all. But you start looking at these ICE ignition systems, the sniper fuel injection system, the cam and all the head bits that went into this. I mean, you won't get any change out of $6-7 grand by the time you buy half these bits. It just adds up very fast. Then you've got your motor recon. You've got so much that goes into a car like this, and most people, let alone start to go price one of those headlights. Go price two of them because you need two. Look, everything just adds up about these sort of cars. And to those that have been asking me about, look, can we get the dragways on it and have a look at it? Yep, definitely. I doubt they're going to be the solution. Only that this is running 17s and set up for 17s very well. And a 13-14 combination, and sorry, when I say dragways, these are dragways, but these are a different form of dragway. These, obviously, different spoked dragway. I don't mind these wheels. I probably like the traditional dragway better, but that doesn't really matter. We've still got some alignments to do. We've got some door rubbers which are giving us some trouble, but most of that's pretty minor. But a top layer of dust is off it at the moment, so that's got to be good. David did a fantastic job. Love the seat interiors and things that just been done. These things are just done, finished, and they're nice to not have to be worried about doing. We've got little jobs like obviously put some winders back on and plate. I think that's the only one that's off. To be fair, all the other ones are on anyway. And these were little things that David ran out of time with his job at the moment. Yeah, so that's with our rubber. We've got a rubber there that's causing us some trouble there. We'll sort that out. And you can almost see it on this door here where it'll close okay. There's no problem. But they're very tight because of the fact that it's all new rubbers and bits and etc. etc. So anyway, I won't try and make too many excuses for things that we're only sort of just looking at ourselves at the moment and just getting into. I think one of the things I like about this is the under the bonnet is just so naked. Like there's so much that's been remoted. Look, don't get me wrong. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I do like some of the work that's gone into this and some of the thinking. I'll show you where someone ended up. Oh, hang on. To do that, we need to come back into here, and we'll be mounting this obviously on the side panel, but electric opener in here. As you'll see, look at that. You wouldn't have even known that there was ever, a lock in there. It's just gone. Dual battery set up in there. Brake booster set up. Power steering set up. All been remoted. The amount of time and energy that goes into this sort of stuff, people underestimate. Look, I'm going to be honest with everybody. I had a chap that had two chaps really, who wanted to buy this off me, and basically said, look, mate, don't know that you're in the best of health to be doing this project. And I agreed. I said, look, I'm not sure I'm the right one for it either. But I did sort of decide that, no, I don't want to sell it without at least giving a few things a go. I just thought that this is just too much of too much of an opportunity. And by the way, this panel then goes up in here, and I won't try and put it in one hand, but that actually gives you a flush panel across that back section. So, yeah, long story short, one chap even wanted to make me $5,000 more than what this car owed me, which, hey, tempting, and anybody knows me, jeez, it's tempting, but, and I, I think I needed to buy myself some time, to be very honest, just to see whether or not, the health situation can get a bit better, and, that we can actually get involved in a project like this, because there's not that much left to do. And this is what I was trying to, one of the guys that was kind of onto me a little bit about selling it, I think he imagines that, there's a load of things to do, but let me tell you what's to do. Change some engine oil, get the sniper running correctly on this thing, get the mixtures sorted out, etc. And the sniper should auto learn. Hook up a windscreen wiper motor for the windscreen wipers. We've got to hook up some dash bits and pieces over in here. Some of the sensors for the speedo and everything in the trans, they're already there. David's already fitted them, just a matter of wiring through. And anybody knows what I do for a living knows that I could probably, pull my finger out and do a little bit more than just be a radio tech. Maybe it's time to, play around with some bigger wires. But I do have a very good friend of mine who is an auto electrician that I've just recently met. Lovely guy, and you know, I know that I can go to him and say, hey, I'm a little bit stuck on this part, or you know, something, etc., and we'll work through it together. Not sure, by the way, that I like these Pro Ratchet B&M shifters. No offense to David here of Mint at all. I'm a bit new to them. Hang on, let me just sort of show you. I'm used to things lighting up, and you know, but of course, I'll just put the foot on the. Oh no, handbrake's on, or is it? Hang on, sorry, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Sorry. All right, good. So Pro Ratchet shifter. We're in park at the moment. Very, you know, need to get some indicators on this. They have a lockout for park and reverse. So basically reverse, neutral. Okay, so actually, come to think of it, it's a hydro. So it's only a 2-speed in this. So so it's going to be drive and then low, and so this is set up for the. But sorry, and as you come back up, it's basically just knock it, bang it to neutral. But once you get to there, it won't go into reverse. You've got to pull the lock off into reverse, pull the lock off, and into park. Now we're having a little bit of problem sometimes just getting that back into park properly, getting it to lock into there. So we're just gonna have to have a little look at that on the hoist, see what's going on there. But oh, that's the other thing. The guys that bought the car up, oh, they hated this car. The horn kept going off. We pulled the fuse when we got it off the truck. But yeah, every time you move the wheel. And I think, actually, we pulled 2 fuses. Let me see, do I? Yeah, no, it's not going off now. Oh, that might not. Well, the key's not on. I should, actually. Yeah, but what was happening, as you move the steering wheel around, the horn was going off. And, of course, the guys, when they're trying to move it, were having a little bit of fun. But anyway, small things like that are pretty minor. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. That's the HR Holden. Like I said on my Facebook thing the other day, you know, it's doesn't owe us a lot of money, it's something that's worth putting a bit more money into. So, you know, certainly to get this thing sort of looking good, and we should be cooking with gas. Well, that's a dog customer coming here, so I better go and say hello. That's the HR Holden. Don't you love the way the front of that thing just looks so gloss? It's just so incredible. Incredible. All right, all the best. And I know this is not our normal radio sort of video, but something a little different. All the best. Have a great Easter, everybody. Cheers.